Right.
Public service. We know what you did.
Hi, friends. This is Hillbilly Wandrell. You know Wandrell and Roscoe? While I'm not hollering cause my cuz ain't in here right now, I got something I wants to told you. See, K-Style talked about cow pits being fired and let go and skilly pap. Well, I'm gonna tell you, we need to get rid of cow pits. See, cause grandma, she like getting rid of cow pits, peach pits, cherry pits, pits of your arms and pits of the backs of your legs. So it's about time to let that boy go on down yonder and just sit in the pasture, right? Okay, we gotta let him go. He ain't tickling no more chickens around here. But that's all the time I wanted. Then we got to let go of them pits. You got to spit them out, throw them out, way out of there. We going to get to the show now. I'm going to hand it back over to the AFN crew. Let's see y'all later. Thank you for getting on Mr. Wandrell's neighborhood. Shucks.
What the fuck you just say?
Really, nigga?
This motherfucker say shucks. Who the fuck say shucks? I don't know why the hell that just made me fucking laugh. You motherfucker say shucks.
Boy, that man damn near said suffering succotash. You might well have said that.
Motherfucker said shucks. Oh damn! I don't know why they were so fucking hilarious.
You can see the person's face when they say it. Hey man, what's going on? It's the ATL Sports ENDGAME running back. We got a special show for y'all today in light of the news we got going on in the NFL, man. But yes, right? Yeah, bro, y'all weren't ready for that. Bro, so let me
y'all thought y'all got rid of Roscoe and Rodriguez, huh? Y'all thought y'all got rid of.
Look, hey Mike. Look, they weren't ready for the calm one. He had the glasses on.
He was an intelligent boy.
ICAT smart. Oh man, before we get to the people in the chat.
BAB smart.
Shoot, sometime I can be BOE smart.
Suffering succotash.
We gonna get to the panel. We got to the top left corner. We got 6-man K Styles, man, aka Pop Bay. What's going on, K Styles?
Let me tell you something now, brother.
What the fuck is going on?
Right there.
We're talking about the October 24th Pythons.
That's the motherfucker losing it.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Right next to him, we got
like you about to bite some goddamn.
No, you talking like he had some hot grits in his mouth. Oh man, we got man Mike Luciano, man, aka the Sinners. What's going on, Mike?
Woohoo! My cousin, boy. I love my cousin. I love my cousin.
We ain't always hollering.
That boy good. That boy good.
To my left, we got OG Sam in the building, the showstopper, aka Mr. White.
As a member of the generation that spawned this foolishness, I respectfully decline any necessarily importantly smart intelligence being admitted in this particular segment.
Oh,
You
man.
tell me
What's
you ain't
happening,
want to
y'all?
burn me, boy.
Oh,
You don't
man.
want to claim me, boy. I thought we was good. I mean, goddamn. I didn't mean to goddamn put on your white panty the other damn day. You should have forgave me.
Now,
Well, see, ladies
Samuel.
and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, what you have there is one of the many characters of one Mad Mike. There's about 12 of them. I'm only related to one.
Now, Samuel, you know, we all had the time to enjoy the outhouse once upon a time. You know, splinters in the cheeks and the squirrels running on the roof. Hey, man, let me get to the chat, man.
I got a question. I got a question for the people that's tuning in right now. Would y'all want a full episode of Roscoe and One Drill for the whole show?
I don't know if I could do that. I can't. I'm gonna speak for the people. I don't know if I could last that long because I'll be a mess, y'all. I will be a mess. Okay.
So we got in pole position, we got Xavier Littman, we got Georgia, Texas boy, we got King Richie.
We wouldn't get shit done. I can tell you, we wouldn't get a damn thing done.
We got hey, Miss Hattie Campbell. How you doing? She said, "Hey, Mike. Hey, gentlemen." We got Miss Sonia Howe. How y'all doing? We got Brian Peoples. We got Strapped Up. What's going on? He said, "Sound like D-Lay." That's his cousin.
You're on
You
time.
know that boy from the country.
We got Nathan Floyd
when you're on time.
and Miss Maggie T. Hey, Maggie.
Margarita T. How you doing, woman?
That's my other cousin. She just be in there making huge.
It's happy hour somewhere.
Shut up, Sam.
No.
I was gonna say happy hour somewhere. We ain't getting shit done right now. All right, y'all want a whole show of this? Nah, we wouldn't. we would not. We wouldn't get the damn thing done. I can tell you that.
Well, look, man, what we got right now, we're going to go ahead and skip the sports news because what we got is sports news. I'm calling this right now Coach's Calamity. If you guys have not heard in recent news, especially for the Atlanta Falcons and the Raiders and the Texans, mind you. Oh, and Tampa. Oh, Tampa. Starting off right now, the Falcons have hired two coaches on two staff members for the coaching staff for the defensive side of the ball, Mike Rutlenberg and Nate Ali. Also, the Raiders have hired who? I said who?
Petey. My second cousin from my great grandmama, baby sister, brother, cousin, daughter, uncle.
Oh, you talking about the one that sniffed Jello at the wedding? I know you're talking about.
Yeah, that boy. Yeah, that boy. No, he can sniff some Jello, boy. You talking about some good stuff?
You got Pete Carroll to the Raiders, and then down below, that young fella there, he's a Benedict Arnold. Mr. Coen decided to pull. Well, we'll talk about him later in the show, but he decided to just pull a Hoosie Wunches on Tampa.
Ooh, boy. Yeah, that was messed up what that dude did. Good God Almighty.
Bruh. So we got the 199. It's straight ignorance at its finest. Appreciate you, Brian Peoples.
Appreciate you, brother.
He said y'all sound like Tampa trailer trash. Always getting there. Always getting there.
Listen, I've been across that there board a little bit, and I have a classmate that lives there. Oh, it is Armageddon.
So
down there.
So with Sam saying that, we're gonna break into that one first. So earlier today, we got breaking news that Mr. Coen decided Well, he was getting ready to be known as one of the highest paid coordinators on the football team in Tampa, but decided to take his 6 kids to the pediatrician and then go to his other baby mama's house in one of the teams, the Jaguars, and become a head coach. And I'm gonna let Sam start off, and then we're gonna go with Mike. So, Sam, what did you hear out of the land of cannonballs?
Yeah, it's Armageddon down there. It's just that young man. I hope when he went to go sign them papers, he took everything with him then. Cause it's not looking too securish. His name is Mud in Tampa. Bobby Petrino ain't got nothing on Saudi.
Wait, whoa. I want you to explain that to the
Sam,
people
it's
again.
that bad. It's that bad down there. It really is that bad.
So trust me. We gonna get to that. Sam, I'm gonna have a lot to talk about. We gonna get to that. Mike, what's your thoughts on it, right quick? Because we gotta. It's a comparison we getting ready to hit y'all with.
I actually don't have a problem with him taking the job. You know, I always say it's like if it's your dream, sometimes you just gotta especially if it's his dream job to be a head coach and you get an opportunity, you gotta see what it's about. I don't have a problem with him taking the job, to be honest. And not because, it's a rival, but like if it's his dream job, you gotta do what's best for you, to be honest. Like I would never tell somebody not to follow their dream. For me, it's rules to this. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to say something before you walk out. Goddamn! Don't just hop out the goddamn car when the car moving goddamn 90 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what he did. He just jumped out the bitch like, damn, motherfucker, you could have got me arrested by the police thinking I pushed your ass out of the damn car. Like that's essentially what he did. So me, it's so. And I'm going to say allegedly because I don't know the truth behind it. As far as his kid is concerned, but for what I'm understanding and what the Bucks organization is saying is that he told what's the coach name? Todd Bowles. He told Todd Bowles that he was at the doctor's office with one of his kids, and actually he was sitting down with his honey boo. Okay, his honey boo boo will turn out to be the Jag. So, good God. You know what? I just got a fucked up. I so got a fucked up image in my head when I just said honey boo boo. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna leave that one.
Let that stay asleep. But Nathan Floyd was saying, according to his wife on Twitter, they have some of the autoimmune disease. I mean, like I said, we now in no shape, form, or fashion are we picking on the kids because, in my opinion, that was just bad taste to use the kids as a cover. You know what I'm saying? Usually, you in business, it's not good to burn bridges. But I mean, anybody that, it's just like being on your job. If you get a chance to be a manager or a CEO, you taking the CEO position. You ain't going for the managerial one. Let's just be real.
Look. If any of y'all old enough to remember the Colts Jack move back in the day, this is worse than that.
So, K Styles, what you got?
I mean, well, since we're going to be talking about that portion later in the show, I'm like, if you have an opportunity to get a head coaching job, or you're a guy, like you said, that's been sought after for that position, like you said, it's no problem of getting that head coaching job. Like I said, congratulations to him. But the thing is, if it's under sneaky circumstances, it's just gonna come off as looking like a bad look. But what it's gonna do is it's gonna automatically put the pressure on him to turn over a team that looks like shit right now.
Mm-hmm. Now that's gonna tie into what we're gonna talk about, but I want to get this other one out the way first. Pete Carroll to the Raiders. I mean, what's your thoughts on that, man? Because I would have never saw that though, in my opinion.
Hold on. Nathan Floyd here said, I understand what he was doing. They offered him a contract with a guarantee that he wouldn't go for the Jaguar job. He never actually signed the contract. He didn't want the job with Balky there.
Hmm. Mm. And that says a lot for an organization. That says a lot for an organization. And but you know what? This is the season of upheaval because there's several organizations that are going through this right now. You know what I'm saying? And we looking at our situation like it's terrible, bro. It's far worse. It's far worse in many areas. But what do you guys think about, Pete Carroll signing to the Raiders?
I'll say it like this. Hey, that's cool. They definitely needed. Like I said, it's unfortunate for Antonio Pierce for the
Mm-hmm.
simple fact that he was given a lemon and tried to turn that shit into a Hellcat.
Right.
But the like I said, the thing is with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll has known success, and what I'm thinking is they're going to give him a lot more control over the Raiders organization. Like I said, it's definitely I think it's definitely a good move. Like I said, if they was gonna go this route, that's the best guy for that job.
Mm-hmm. Mike, what you got?
Well, this is a brilliant move, to be honest. It's a handful of coaches in the NFL, in the history of the NFL, that have had success not only on, multiple teams, but just in two different styles of football. He's been there. I mean, everybody know what he did in that USC, with USC and whatnot. So he's has a history in college as well as, the NFL with the Seattle Seahawks. So he's had success. I mean, prior to that, he was with the Patriots. So this guy knows what he's doing. All right. There's no other quarterback coach right now that knows quarterback position. And obviously, with Tom Brady being there, as well as him developing guys like Tom Brady, Drew Brees, helped developing Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and all those guys. Like, he knows his football. So the Raiders are one of my favorite teams growing up. Like, I always like a handful of teams. It was the Raiders. Everybody knows anything about me. Howie Long, just like Peyton Manning. Those are my goats. I love me some Howie Long. I just watched the Raiders just so I could see Howie Long. So
Mm-hmm.
Howie's my guy. So it was the Raiders, it was the Colts, and obviously the Falcons. So for me, this guy knows how to develop guys. So I think the Raiders, for me, this is exactly what they needed. They needed somebody in there with experience, who knows what he's doing, and he had the resume. So this is a brilliant move by the Raiders, to be honest.
What you got, Sam?
Well, I think the Raiders hit a home run on this one. It gives you somebody that when walks into the building commands attention, respect, and all ears. Doubling down on what Mike said, Pete Carroll knows how to put a team together.
Mm-hmm.
He knows talent.
Right.
So it's I think this hire as well is gonna calm the chaos. This may be the move that keeps Crosby with the Raiders.
My thoughts exactly. I was just thinking that.
This may be the Hail Mary that keeps Crosby, which would be verifiably key. They would keep Crosby with the Raiders.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I believe there's a little bit of method to this here particular madness. It's gonna draw attention, and he's one of the good ones when it comes to being in the war room with draft picks.
Now we're gonna get into the next topic because I know we kind of short on time, but this goes to the two coaches now. I want to talk about the guys on our staff. Do you guys believe the newly hired defensive coaching staff can produce a good product? And the reason why I'm asking this because one of the guys are Jeff Ulbrich knows quite well and everything like that. I'm not too familiar with these guys, but from what I hear, one's got experience in dealing with, the defense or whatnot. Mike, what's your thoughts on this right here? Because we looked at the guys after they, the Falcons posted it. To you, what do you think this screams as far as what Raheem is going to be able to do?
Shut the fuck up and listen to what everybody else got to goddamn to do. Shut your ass up. You got a guy, okay, Nate Ollie. He knows exactly what he's doing. Not only has he been with the Texans, but he's been with the Colts and helping develop their defensive linemen. So he's been around successful pass rushers. So he's going to be able to give them that. Also, with a guy like Mike Rutenberg, he had that experience of being able to coach with under Joe Gibbs. So both of those guys with Raheem and Mike, those guys have had success. Well, they coached with successful guys. How successful they're going to be with that knowledge, that's to be determined. All right, this does in no way, don't get shit twisted. Just because I'm giving my props on the hires, I still don't believe shit that Raheem is saying or doing. Okay, but he's going to have to sit back. He's going to let Jeff Ulbrich and his guys do his thing, because these guys, not only did he coach with Joe Gibbs, but he coached with a guy in Robert Salah. So, and even D'Amico Ryan is a damn good defensive coordinator himself. So they've been around successful guys. So, like I said, Raheem just needs to sit the fuck down and listen to his guys. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else has been a part of success except for Raheem. Raheem is the only guy, when we talk about what he's actually built, he hasn't built much of anything. Okay? So he's just going to have to sit back, listen to his guys, and all these guys come together with a game plan so we can have success.
What you got, K-Style?
Well, Kevin, what was it? Nathan Ollie. Like I said, I'm kind of like you. I'm not too familiar with these guys, but from what I've kind of gathered about Nathan Ollie is, yeah, I'm just going off the last two opportunities that he had, like you said, with the Colts and the Texans. Is, like you said, and Sam will vouch for this. The defensive line, like I said, is the defensive line issues is a Nathan Ollie solution, because just in 2023 with Indianapolis, they defense, that like I said, they defense recorded 51 sacks. Just this past season with the Houston Texans, I think they defense had at least 45 plus sacks. And we know with the Atlanta Falcons defense right now is that the front seven is a big issue.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes with the Ruttenberg guy, who is a linebackers guy, like you said, pretty much what these two guys represent are two guys that have a history of getting the best out of the front seven, which the front seven has been a weakness for this Falcons defense just in the last couple of years.
Hmm.
So basically, what it says with Raheem Morris, as long as Raheem Morris doesn't interfere with letting these guys do what they need to do to develop guys, we good.
Mm.
Falcons are good.
Yeah, because I know I was listening to the podcast with Torrey McElhaney and Will McFadden, and they were saying, yeah, Ulbrich was a linebacker and then became, a linebackers, coach. So the pedigree in there, in my opinion, is to bring in somebody to solve the problem. But like everybody's consensus is, will Raheem let them do their job instead of putting his Morrison-isms into it? Sam, what you got?
Well, it seems to sound like he know what he's doing with the pickups of these particular guys. In what they have as their what they're good at in the positions. Because we do need some straightening in that linebacker room. We do need some straightening on that with the line, with the front seven as itself. I mean, on both sides of the ball, nothing works without the line working.
Mm-hmm. But also, what I told Mike is this: I believe hiring these three guys kind of gives a buffer where they may be familiar, but in my opinion, it kind of gives a buffer because now you got two guys, especially, to tell Raheem, look, we ain't about to have Cade Nellis and Judon running down the daggone field covering. You get somebody to cover. These dudes need to be trying to get at the quarterback. Somebody to kind of snatch him up and be like, bro, no, we're not doing that.
Well, you just made me have a flashback. All right, just
Yeah.
like Jason. You know how Jason is in that movie. We had no flashback to his childhood of killing people. That's what I just had right there.
I know. Yeah, because it's one of the elephants in the room is like, bro, are y'all gonna be able to stand y'all ground and say, Raheem, these boys do not cover. They crash. Let them crash. We gonna get some people that's gonna cover, or bring them safeties and corners up to crash. So that's that. You know what I'm saying? But here's what I really want to get into, because this is really the main topic right here, because we're gonna tie all of these together. And let me see. Now, yes. Y'all y'all with y'all weak constitutions, get y'all Pepto-Bismol in your diapers, because it's about to get shitty. So we were talking about good old Tampa Bay, right? So we already spoke on Mr. Coen going to get the job and everything like that. But I titled this the Bobby Petrino effect, because the one thing that people got to understand, allegedly or whatever, is in business, when you burn bridges like that, even if you're trying to elevate yourself, there is no coming down the ladder, sir. So when you go out to those Jaguars and you sign that contract and they give you that money and you say, here's what I'm going to do for you, and you don't produce, there ain't nowhere you can go. There's nowhere you can go. You put everything in on this move right here. It better count. You better have some sort of good or feasible season. Because if not, and they let you go, you might well go home and sit on the couch. Now, I'm going to start Sam off on this one, because Sam, I know this is a painful memory, but we're going to try to get through it. But please refresh some of these people in the chat that don't understand what this means, if you have not heard.
Why you want to be talking about old shit? Damn. Bobby Petrino. We were getting set to, was it the first season, preseason game, or the first game of the season?
I think it was the first game of the season.
This motherfucker up and note in the locker room. He was out. He started the game at the same time. He's in Arkansas doing the press conference, accepting the job. Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. Now, as like I said before, it's jacked up as that is. You know, the in the middle of the night move by the Colts back in the late 70s, 80s, I think was diabolical.
Mm.
You know, when they moved from Baltimore to Indianapolis.
Ooh. The whole damn team.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
For those that don't know, they're the Baltimore Colts first.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that why they picked the Ravens for their next mascot?
They
Yes, indeed.
they moved the whole organization overnight in Mayflower trucks.
Wow. Not you
From Baltimore to Indy.
If that ain't Plymouth Rock falling on y'all, I don't know what is.
You know, but man, what dude did? I'm sorry. There is no law written that say you can't laugh at your enemy's misery.
Sam, that's what the devil wants you to think. All right, that shit fucked up.
Forget that. He was a whole bitch for that.
Look, I didn't say it wasn't funny. I just said that's what
you tell them. I mean, supposed to be coming to sign the contract that's gonna make you the highest paid offensive coordinator in the NFL.
Yeah.
Instead, you slide your ass down the highway to Jacksonville.
he said, "Hey Todd, I'll be back. I got to take my son to the doctor." Next thing you know, that motherfucker being named. Yo,
Bro, do you know that's a 4 hour? That's a 4 hour pediatrician drive.
Hey, listen.
that's the longest doctor visit I have seen in my fucking life. Good
Right.
God Almighty.
Hey, but look, more power to him than having the balls, boy.
Yeah.
You got the King Kong side balls on him to pull that like that.
Now, here's the thing that y'all not paying attention to, and this is why I'm tying this into us. We hired Raheem Morris. Everybody saw him on the little fantasy tour. It didn't pan out at the end of the season, so everybody wanted him out. Okay. What this man just did is completely leave himself the chance, like I said, because he got one shot to get it right. He got one shot because he can't go nowhere else because all the 31 other owners are looking. So that's what you do. Oh, okay. So if it goes wrong, he's going home.
It's gonna be interesting to see, in the process of putting your coaching staff together, who's gonna, it's gonna be interesting. You gonna know how jacked up. You gonna know what the community feel like. What kind of difficulty it's gonna be to put a coaching staff together down there.
Bruh, that is Duval, and if you know anything about Duval,
That's what I was thinking. How they gonna be looking at him when he's trying to put a coaching staff together. Boy, that's gonna be funny.
And don't think now, them players looking like, I see. Even though players are rivals on the field, they're friends in real life. So you don't think this nigga done just left us. What the? And see, it took years for the Falcons organization to get to at least sweep that under the rug and put a scab on. It took years. That season wasn't the same. I don't see Tampa going to no playoffs next year with this foolishness going on, because you got a lot of internal stuff that got to be resolved. And then the next coach that they do get gonna have a side eye. Whoever is the offensive coordinator, he gonna have a side eye from Ty Bowles and the rest of them. I hate to tell you. And BB King, you just right. You're right. He exposed himself. Yes. When Sam said his name is Mud, it's Mud all over the NFL.
I don't know. Coen might be the smartest man in the room. You never know.
True that. But at the same time, look, we know how people can be petty. I'm just gonna say, Jaguar fans, y'all might not be getting a whole lot of calls coming up in 2025. Sunshine better make it rain, because y'all might not be getting no calls. People can be rich. People can be real petty. They can be real petty. Say Bucks. BB King said Bucks management has it covered. They ain't got no choice. They don't have no choice in the matter.
They got it covered. Oh, yeah, damn lie. There's a hope. You hope they got it covered. That motherfucker left. Your offensive coordinator left in the middle of the night. Get the fuck out of here with that. Oh, they got it covered shit. You hope they got it goddamn covered, because if he is as good as he y'all say he is, and the Jaguars say he is, then Mr. K-Styles' favorite quarterback. Oh boy.
And Mike, I'm glad you said that, because we're going to tie these two together, because y'all do realize that we go into this extra special topic right here. This is going to tie everything together. This right here. And why is that important? Because yes, the Texans fired Bobby Slowik. That's another offensive coordinator, and Texans.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Right. And before I let Mike go on this one, this is what y'all got to understand. What ties these two together is the offensive coordinators are the ones that deal with the quarterbacks. So now these two quarterbacks have to now learn another system. Yeah. They're not playing the same system. So now it's a little bit of room. It's a little bit of room for error. Even with Mr. Progressive himself. Mike, go ahead and kind of enlighten people on that Texans move and why this is so important.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen,
Ooh.
I like to sing this song. And this song is from my hit album. Bitches, sit down and listen to the king. And that hit single is, oh, I told you so. I told you so. We told you so. We told you that Mr. C.J. Stroud was going to come up. He was going to be a good quarterback in the first year. But the second year, he's going to do what? Oh, he's going to fall down. And Sam tried to tell y'all. Six man tried to tell you. We tried to tell you so. We tried to tell you so. And here we go.
Here we go.
Ooh, Lord.
Yeah.
We tried to tell you. I told you so. I told you so.
Told you so.
I told you so.
You know he
Oh
told you,
boy, we
girl.
tried to tell you.
He told you, but you didn't listen.
Yeah.
We tried to tell you that this was gonna happen. There was gonna be a sophomore slump. I don't know how many times Sam said sophomore slump. Oh boy, Warren done said it so many goddamn times, sophomore slump. And here we go.
You cannot escape the rookie process. Da-da-la-la.
When you as a
This
quarterback come through a full year, I said it. They got tape on you now. This is where you learn what kind of quarterback you have. Now that they got tape on you, now it gets even more difficult. You lose your coordinator. Now you got to go come learn somebody else's system. We gonna find out because this where shit get like quicksand. This where it get like quicksand. You see, now they got tape on you. Now you got to learn another scheme. You know what I'm saying? New players on top of that. You know, new sequences. We gonna see if he gonna continue to progress forward, or is he gonna crash and burn?
Baker, because
he got 1 year. You talking about 1 year? This dude goes from interviewing for several offensive coordinator jobs to saying, "No, you're the problem." So what is the common denominator here? We've seen this time and time again. This dude goes to the playoffs. They go to the playoffs, lose 3 wide receivers to injuries. And now the finger has been pointed at him because Mr. C.J. Stroud is unhappy. Let's keep this real. You can suck my D-I-C-K if you believe that this has anything to do with this dude and the lack of scoring, the lack of offensive growth. You can suck the biggest elephant nutsack you can. Look, get out of here with this nonsense. This dude went from being a number 1. I'm talking about everybody in the fucking universe wanted this dude, and you tell me in less than 12 months that this dude has been fired? And the offensive line coach, and y'all trying to blame it on the offensive line coach?
K Styles, what you got?
Hey, like I said, it just go back to what we were talking about beforehand. C.J. Stroud was supposed to be a top 3 quarterback in this league. And unfortunately, it didn't pan out that way, so somebody had to take the fall for it.
They believe the hype. They believe the hype.
Because not only did Bobby Slowik get fired, but their offensive line coach got fired too.
They went to blaming everybody.
Yeah.
So what it sounds like to me, this sounds like C.J. Stroud went to the organization and said something. Because like Mike said, you don't go from you being a hot shot commodity name 1 year and then you get your ass fired the next year.
But see, here's the gag. Here's the joke in it all. Nobody expected Jaden Daniels to jump ahead of C.J. Stroud this year. And what D'Amico Ryans and them were hoping was C.J. Stroud end up where Jaden Daniels is. And since that didn't happen, now all of a sudden, nobody wants to take accountability, and C.J. Stroud is pissed. Of course. But see, there's something else that comes on the heels of doing this too. On top of your quarterbacks now got a learning curve. Now, with that move, just like this move with Raheem, you expose yourself as a head coach. Because now, if you don't make it back, the organization now gives you the side eye for firing them.
Can I say something real quick, man?
Go ahead.
I lost all respect for D'Amico Ryans when I heard him complain about the refs. I lost all of it. And right now, I think he's a piece of absolute shit right now. not only did you complain about your team not being able to like y'all, you blamed it on the ref, and then here you go. Instead of like a coach is supposed to not only take up for his players, but he's supposed to take up for his fellow mates, his coaches. But you let the organization, the players point the finger at the offensive line and the whole. We're talking about the offensive coordinator. The dude went from being that dude in 1 year to you not saying anything and firing him and the offensive coordinator. Motherfucker, you should be firing yourself. Because you act like a little bitch when you lost. That's what D'Amico did. He act like a little bitch for losing. Did the refs? Oh, the refs! It's us against the world, motherfucker. You the Houston Texans. Y'all ain't won shit. Who the fuck cares about y'all? Don't nobody give a damn about no Houston Texans up here talking about it's us against the world, motherfucker. It's us. It's y'all against the fucking trash can. The fuck you talking about? Y'all against the world. You ain't earned shit. That organization ain't owned the damn thing. The best part of waking up as a fucking Houston Texans fan is watching goddamn JJ Watt tweet. The fuck out of here.
Now, on top of all of that, y'all do understand these two organizations, when you do that on the offensive side of the ball, more so than defensive, you take a step back because guess what? What if the next coach or what if the next coordinators and line coach, what if they want their guys and they start switching guys out? That means your O-line has to re-gel. That means your quarterback has to not only learn new schemes, but the O-line has to now re-gel. So that means your quarterback is going to be a punching bag for about a season. Just think about that now. We talked about this as many times, as many coordinators that came through our door, and we're talking about it now on defense. If the next guys come in and have their idea how they want to do it, your quarterback is a punching bag for a whole season. Because like Sam said, they got tape on him, and whether or not they're going to use the same scheme, they have his tendencies down.
Well, I got two things right here. What that boy name? What the bald head fucking name? The coach, the head coach, Houston Texans. What his name?
D'Amico Ryans.
D'Amico Ryans. He need to get his house in order. Because if you're in a situation where your quarterback can walk over your head and get somebody dismissed, so you need to get your house in order. That's first. Second, yeah, this reeks of CJ doing just that. Now, we learned a lot about Mr. CJ Stroud this season, and it's not going to get any better because Mr. Stroud is more worried about being a superstar than he is about being a elite quarterback. Listen to what I said now. He's more concerned with being a superstar than he is being an elite quarterback. Let that sink in. Because whoever this person is that is going to come in and, be the OC.
Yep.
That young man better have a 5,000-yard season and 40 touchdowns.
Yep.
And 5 or less interceptions.
Oh, they can't win no less. They can't win no less than 9 games now. Because y'all already played one game into the playoff. Y'all can't win no less than 9 games.
Well, this back-to-back seasons wild card.
Yeah.
Bro, this is an offense that's been no less than top 15. And you fire offense coordinator. You fire him. You get rid of him. That's crazy.
CJ is about to learn a crash course in fuck around and find out, because sometimes shutting your ass up and just maintaining is the best thing you can do. Because here's another thing he got to worry about. You got Junebug on his heels now. You got to contend with Jaden Daniels and Junebug next year. And neither one of them is shook or worried about anything about being no superstar. They like playing ball.
And he's talking about in regards to their popularity. Both of those guys' popularity is on the prowl. So CJ Stroud may not even be, the focal point of the NFL, especially if Junebug, aka Mr. Michael Penix Jr., lives up to what people think he can. Yeah, his popularity is going to plummet.
Mm-hmm. What you got, K-Styles?
Yeah, remember, CJ Stroud is a California kid. That's all you need to know about that situation.
He's a Valley girl.
Wow.
He's a Valley girl.
He's a Valley girl.
Girls, they wanna have fun.
What's that? I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Nothing plastic. It's fantastic. But like Mike said, and like everybody else has already seen, Bobby Slowik went from this highly head coach, hot touted prospect to him staying with Houston another year to play with CJ Stroud. All of a sudden, you get fired the very next year.
Mm-hmm.
You can kiss my motherfucking ass.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss my butt.
There's an internal struggle.
I bet.
You can kiss my ass because that sound like somebody in the organization
Somebody
had to
snitching.
scapegoat him. Somebody scapegoated him because they fired the offensive line guy too.
Yeah.
Everybody pointed the finger at him, and that's why I said DeMeco Ryan. He's an absolute piece of shit in my mind.
Right.
Because no way as an offense, no way as a head coach that you scapegoat a guy that gave you a top 15, top 10 offense. I don't know exactly the numbers right off the top of my head, but I know they top 15. A top 15 offense, and you get rid of him, and you was in the playoff.
Right.
And let's keep it real. If y'all do y'all job defensively, you ain't even worried about. You're not even worried about.
Not to mention the fact that the team just won a division, went to the playoffs, and they lost a lot of players on offense.
Oh, and I'm glad you said that because
let me say.
I'll go because I know you want to get it out. Y'all do realize too that changes the weaponry too, because if your weapons got hurt, the next guy may want his guys. Now you got to deal with other weapons.
Right there. That's exactly what I'm. That's exactly.
Go ahead, Mike. I threw you the alley-oop.
That's exactly what I'm going with. Look, I think this is. I'm gonna just be real. I think DeMeco Ryan being a bitch. I really do. It just smells because you got to think. I'm being dead ass serious with this too, because last year all of the. If you look at the publicity, it was surrounding two guys last year, Bobby Slowik and CJ Stroud. They didn't really talk about that defense like that.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I think this. I'm telling you right now, DeMeco Ryan took his little slimy, stinking ass up to the owner and said, "This guy is not right for me." Telling y'all what happened. DeMeco did it. You can just see it. Oh, just go back and look at that press conference. He didn't take any blame defensively. None. He pointed at the offense and he pointed at the refs. Mostly the refs.
Mm-hmm.
But all of the talk was to Bobby. Now, why would you talk about a guy when they get free agents in here? Who do they bring in? They drafted a whole bunch of wide receivers, and they end up trading for a guy like Stephon. You see what I'm saying? They traded for him. So Bobby had a lot of pull on that team. And why within a year would this guy get fired after he had a lot of pull and he helped get this team to where it is offensively? There's a lot of jealousy when it comes to this, bro, because we've seen this shit with the Falcons before. We've seen this with Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitrov. It was an internal war. D'Amico did not like the fact that Bobby Slowik had a lot of pull with the front office execs, and right now D'Amico couldn't get his guys that he wanted in to build a team that he wanted, how he wanted to build. We seen this shit. We just seen it exactly with who. We just seen it in a fight with the Falcons right now. We got an inner fight right here with Junebug guys and who? Kirk Cousins guys. We got an inner fight right now. So you cannot tell me that D'Amico Ryans ain't got shit to do with this. This reeks of him. That man deliberately tried to destroy Bobby Slowik's career. There was no reason why a guy from a head coach to not even having a fucking job right now. He wanted to put that man's name in the fucking smut, in the dirt, in the piss, and that pissy ass snowball shit and down in New Orleans. And yes, I just took a shot at them fucking New Orleans. But he did this deliberately. There's no reason for Bobby Slowik to be going from top guy to an absolute bottom. D'Amico Ryans did this shit on purpose. I'm telling y'all, bro.
And now look at this. And to answer your question, Nathan Floyd, I mean, hey, I wouldn't be opposed to it, because I'm gonna tell you right now, him and Zach, they know what to do with Junebug. He would love to get a hold of somebody like Junebug. He would love it. He would love it. With the weapons we got, oh no, Bobby would, man, listen. Bobby would have a field day. He would have a complete field day with the weapons, the offensive line and the quarterback we got. Oh yeah.
Why did Bobby Petrino leave the Atlanta Falcons?
He got the head coach in job by Arkansas.
No. Why did he leave the Atlanta Falcons?
He left the Atlanta Falcons because Mike Vick wasn't here.
Ding.
Yeah.
He did, because he didn't. He look. This all goes to how every coach wants their guy, and they want their offense, and they want their side of the ball to look a certain way. So if a guy like D'Amico Ryans feels as though that Bobby Slowik, if he got a lot of pull and he wants to build his defense to this, this certain style, and he needs certain types of players, he's not going to be able to get his certain type of players if Bobby Slowik got a hold on the front office, because the front office is giving Bobby everything he wanted.
Yeah,
he giving it through everything he wanted. They just brought in Mixon, the running back. He gets everything. You don't think D'Amico Ryans see that, bro? It's a lot of jealousy when it comes down to these coaches.
Yep. But what's going to happen is that jealousy is now going to put that team about a year or two back, because whatever changes is made is not going to be to the benefit of CJ Stroud up front, because we know that anytime you make significant changes to the O-line or the weaponry, there's a period where you got to get chemistry with them. And in the league, like Sam said, where they got tape on you now, because remember, they was getting at CJ Stroud in that game, in that playoff game. So all they gonna do is say, "Oh well, we know you ain't got chemistry. Oh, they gonna blitz the shit out of him now." And see, that exposes you as a head coach, and this is how we tied it to Atlanta Falcons with Raheem, is when you make moves and you fire people instead of allowing them to do their job, and when you scapegoat tactics, you expose yourself, because guess what? Now, anything after this, D'Amico Ryans got to get it right. Raheem Morris got to get it right. You no longer have a year or 2 years down the road to put it together, because now you didn't kick people under the bus when you could have just let them do their job and let it play out. Now the light is on you, because guess what? Once the team give you everything you want and you don't produce, it's your fault.
Ding, 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 ding.
I mean, think about it like this. In that situation, Nico Collins missed 5 games. Stephon Diggs out for the year. Tank Dell out for the year. Joe Mixon missed a few games. So all you really have left is the quarterback. And I'm gonna say it like this.
Mm.
It's the fact that CJ Stroud was supposed to took that leap of being quote unquote a top 5 rated quarterback in the league, and the offense took a regress. They had to scapegoat Bobby Slowik because Juan, what do you always say? You cannot escape the rookie process.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of taking that moniker of you can't escape the rookie process, you're going to blame the guy that's closest to that quarterback as the reason why he didn't take that next level to be in that top 3 quarterback in this league.
Key part, Kill, what you just said was that offense didn't regress. They still was a pretty good offense with all of those injuries. So he had a quote unquote built-in excuse, and they still put up points. So this is scapegoating, bro. This scapegoating to the fullest.
But my question is, how the fuck do you scapegoat a nigga and you motherfucking win a division and go to the playoffs?
Mm-hmm. Something.
Because CJ Stroud wasn't in the mention of a top 5 quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yep. His name was not as big. It was, like I said, it was Jaden, it was Michael Penix, and it was Caleb Williams all year. The young guns right there. Those were the 3 guys that the NFL was talking about mostly. It wasn't CJ Stroud.
So to me, to be honest with you, this goes down to 2 names as the reason why this guy got fired. DeMeco Ryans, and I believe CJ Stroud played a part in it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree.
Because my thing is you don't go from somebody who is a hot commodity name. Yeah, he didn't take the opportunity to be a head coach. He went back to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But a guy who was supposed to have been a up and coming, possible head coach. And the very next year you get fired.
Bro, he gave him his word. He didn't take jobs because he said he wanted to be loyal and continue to build on with what we had. That's why he didn't take a fucking job.
But you know what else is diabolical and people not paying attention to it? It's the simple fact that right now you extend this young man's rookie season. And I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, well, how is that? Because he's physically in this league more years. Very simple. If you change up coordinators in the midst of his rookie season, what you do is you inadvertently set that young man back, because by the time he got to his second year, he's already learned the offense and the schemes what the coaches are going to put up. They already know what he likes and doesn't like. So when you sit a new set of people in there, you automatically set him back, because now he has to relearn another scheme and he has to get jailed again. Now that puts him in what you call an elongated rookie season.
Oh, Sam.
You took away the stability.
Yes.
Oh man, this goes back to your show one about, remember the conversation that we having about the Chicago Bears and Mike Ditka and Buddy Ryan? This is the exact same thing. We know that there's always inner turmoil when it comes down to defensive coordinators. We know that the defense and the offense always have, like difference. It's come down to a power struggle. They don't really care about, whether or not the team does well. It's all about the power. That's what happened with San Francisco with Brian Peets right here. Says for the 199. Sounds like San Francisco when they got rid of the defense coordinator. They did that because it was a power struggle. At the time, they wanted to give Kyle Shanahan, make him feel comfortable and do what he wanted to do. But now that Kyle Shanahan's on the rocks, this is why they're trying to bring these guys back.
Yeah.
It's a power struggle. It's everything about power struggle. So I know this has a lot to do with D'Amico.
So yeah, so why? Because that's like you said, why the 49ers bring back Robert Saleh? You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So a lot of people were giving the Falcons flag for Ulbrich, but in the grand scheme of things, it's familiarity that is bringing these guys back. Why? Because stuff has gotten so jumbled up now, and teams have gotten so close to winning and losing in terms of, because back in the day, it used to be a gap between certain teams. That gap is damn near gone. So now everybody's trying to mix and match. Who can I get on my personnel to give me a little bit more edge over my competition? And if it's somebody...
Hold on. I was about to say the biggest issue that we have in today's game is that organizations do not have the privilege of patience.
Nope.
You better do it now, or we're gonna bring somebody in here to replace you.
That's it. And I know a lot of y'all had it up in the air, like, why were we saying, after 1 year? Because these owners aren't getting any younger. Their money isn't getting any longer. Because guess what a lot of these owners gonna have to do? Jerry, Arthur, y'all gonna have to pass that on to y'all children. So if I gotta leave a legacy for my kids, I don't know how my kids are gonna handle this after I'm gone. So I want to make sure I maximize the most amount of time I can with my ideals before it's my time to clock out. And this is the reason why we were so hard on Raheem Morris, because you waste talent, you wasted the owner's time, and you wasting his legacy. None of us foresaw this coming. All this coaching up people, ain't nobody see that. But this is why we say, listen, scapegoating people, that's the quickest way to get you fired. Because now everybody that we talked about now has to get it right in 1 year. They got to get it right. There ain't no pardons now. And now another thing that y'all got to pay attention to: free agency about to be a Royal Rumble.
It's the good old boys. Never made
Right.
no home.
It's gonna be a Royal Rumble.
Life is like a fantasy. Can you live this fantasy life?
And for those that's wondering about the draft, I'm gonna say this one more time: the Falcons will have number 15 in the stranglehold. Promise you that. Based on what we're seeing right now, the first round is not gonna be what y'all think it is. Just based on these coaching changes. So
Yeah.
The fact that the Atlanta Falcons found their quarterback of the future, that 15 pick holds more weight, because they may just trade out the first round or trade all the way back into the later rounds.
Yep. And see, with that, the Falcons got to make 3 decisions. They got to figure out who they're going to keep. They got to figure out who Jeff Ulbrich resonates with, being veteran or rookie. And then they got to, now Raheem actually has to sit down and say, this is my vision for this team. This is our identity. He has to come up with an identity now, because you got new guys that's going to follow you, and they got their own ideas about what a defense should look like. So he can't come in here with we're going to do beans and bologna for the next, 18 games. That ain't going to work. But his neck is on the line because why? He scapegoated Jimmy Lake. So if Terry come out here and get these picks and give you an opportunity to get these players, bro, you better show and prove. Oh, you gone.
It's a good old boy.
Yeah. it's going to be interesting, to see what draft week gonna turn up. I'm gonna have my popcorn for the radiated chaos that's gonna ensue.
Mm-hmm.
Because when that first name, whenever our pick is going to be, the first one, it's an offensive lineman. It's gonna be hilarious. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Don't think Jeff Ulbrich got it any easier either, because he's a former linebacker. So, sir, your linebackers are gonna have to be on par with whomever you ask for. They're gonna have to be on par because linebackers. So we shouldn't see linebackers covering. And Tampa, I just want y'all to be on notice. Don't think your roster is gonna stay the same either. Your roster is not gonna stay the same either. So, Baker, yeah, Baker gonna have a little learning curve too.
They just gave Mike Evans $200 million too.
Yeah, they gonna have a short learn. They got a short learning curve because they ain't gonna have a whole lot of money to be going out doing those splash plays. Because you don't know what OC gonna come in there and what he gonna want, and if he want his guys, I guarantee you his guys ain't the guys that's all on that team right now. Just saying. So, man, I appreciate you guys for jumping on the panel with me. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're gonna let Coach round out, Friday evenings and everything. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the Tactician 78 on YouTube. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to OG Sam, Showstopper, and Mad Mike Sports. Also, Six Man K. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you check out the whole family. I will be putting up some more shorts later on this week. But fellas, you got anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Just a good old boy. Doing exactly what he's told. Bending over backwards and saying, oh, give me some more.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Sam, what you got?
God bless the food.
All of them.
God bless the food.
Brian, people said, don't you know no good.
Right. That part right there. Don't you know no good? And Homer Simpson don't know.
Don't.
Yeah. Right.
All right, man. Yeah. Look. Y'all enjoy y'all afternoon. Stay warm, stay sane, and above all else, man, make sure you out there making a difference. We out of here. Later.
Bye. God damn it.
Take on me.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Got like flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.